Well, hey there, aerospace. Mr. Nelson here in the shop, and today we're going to be talking about the hand rivet puller that you guys have in your kits. And the great tool about one of the things that does happen is these pins, when you're using your hand rivet puller, at times get caught inside here. And so I'm going to talk to you about how to disassemble this mechanism to be able to get those pins out. So to do this, I'm going to turn the screen down, okay? But as you see, because we're in the shop and I'm doing something with tools, I have my safety glasses on. All right, let's get going. There we go. So I have this all set. Um, my hand rivet gun right here. And so to do this, to properly do this, what I'm going to also use are some type of tool that has a flat end to it, or like a writing device, like a pen, like the bottom of a pen here. Here's sort of a marker. The cap of that would work. This pencil would work because it's cut off there. It's like one of those little golf pencils. But if you have a pencil where the eraser is cut off, that works. And, the Bic pen may work, although it's rounded right there. If I take this cap out, it will work better. So the other tool you're going to need is your wrench that you have inside here. I'm going to pull that out also. Now, the first thing I want to do is, if this is stuck in here, I'm going to take if you can take the tip off, let's see if I pull that back. If you pull that back, it's easier to take the tip off. And then I need to be able to push that pin out. So to do that, you just have to push down hard with that and then get your other tool and push it all the way through. Now, when you do that, this is spring loaded. There's going to be a spring that's got to pop up. So I'm just going to put my thumb over here to keep the spring from popping out. There we go. There's the spring right inside there. You see that? The spring inside there. So now I got to turn this over, and there we go. You get that cylinder there. You get then these 4 pieces that are going to go back inside there. So generally what happens is once you take this apart, your pin will fall out of there, so you're all set. Now I need to put this back together. This is where it gets a little trickier. So first thing I want to do is I want to take these 2 sort of cone-shaped pieces. You're going to put those together, and you're going to stick them back inside this cylinder. Drop them with the narrow side down and drop them in. Now, these ones, they actually worked out just right. And I'm going to push my pencil down there so you can see. You want them so that the 2 pieces come out looking like that. And if they don't, if they come out backwards or something, just sort of shake this up and down a little bit, and sooner or later they'll fall in place. The next thing we want to do is put this piece in with that side pointed down also. So I'm going to drop that in there and sort of move it around. Next, we want to put in the spring. So the spring goes there, and the spring is going to go around that piece we just put in. So if it's put in properly, it'll be below that surface right there, and then those pieces will sticking out. Okay, now we want to insert our cylinder back in place. To do that, we want these 2 holes, there's holes on either side there. We want those 2 holes to line up with the holes that go all the way through on the body here. So I'm going to drop this down, keeping those holes in place there. I have to pull that back just a little bit. There you go. So when that's up all the way, it's in that place right there. Now the next and the last part we have to do is to be able to reinstall this pin with the slot across there. That part right there, you see how it's sort of milled out right there, a flat spot right there. That's where the spring is going to sit. So that part goes down. That hole right there goes up. I'm going to start by installing it here in this side over here, and I'm going to get it partially in the cylinder down there. Now, after I have it partially in, it's in that cylinder pushing through. I could see it coming through on the side there. Now I'm going to pull this all the way back so I can pull that in place. All right, now that I have this in place, now this is where one of your flat pieces comes in place. Like I said, a pen or a pencil or something like that. Now I'm going to push down the spring till it's past the pin there. And once I get it started, there we go, I got it on the first time. Now that pin's able to go through past the spring. I look through there. Oh, it did pretty good. It's not overlapping the spring. There I just was able to push it down from the top and get it straight through there. Now I'm going to take this and turn it. And the spring underneath there is set. So it takes a little bit of manipulating to get it, there we go, to get it to work just right. But once you get it, then that pin is held in place by the spring too. So chances are you're going to have to do this while you're working on your box or maybe on your practice piece. But so if you need to, you can refer back to this video. All right, so that worked out pretty good. It took me about 6 minutes, 6 minutes to be able to do that. It may take a little bit longer once you start doing this, but I know that you all have the ability to be able to do this. All right.